used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
What are we doing next? The SNL movie?
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, I wanted to talk about this. I think this is interesting. I heard something about that they're even going to have an actor play Jim Henson in this Saturday Night Live movie, and I don't understand. That's why I wanted to ask Joe. What does Jim Henson have to do with the beginning origins of Saturday Night Live?
Well, he was a cast member in season 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, season 1 of Saturday Night Live featured Jim Henson's Muppets. They did the Land.
I didn't know that.
It was kind of a disaster because
really?
Nobody writes for the Muppets better than Muppet writers. Muppet writers really do. They understand those characters, and unfortunately, the way Saturday Night Live was set up, Jim Henson, Frank Oz, and the Muppet writers were not allowed to write for the Muppets. The Saturday Night Live writers had to do it, and the Saturday Night Live writers did not have the feel for writing for those characters. In fact, Michael O'Donoghue, the head writer of SNL at the time, said he didn't want to write for Felt, and he never wanted to write. So there was a real conflict there where the Muppets were popular at the time. They were on what do you call it? They were on Sesame Street. They were known for variety show appearances. Like
this is before Disney bought them.
Yeah, throughout the 60s, they were on the Ed Sullivan Show all the time. They were known for being on variety shows. The Muppets were kind of known as a little bit of an edgy act. So Saturday Night Live seemed like it would be a good fit for them. And since the Muppet writers couldn't write for them, it didn't work. And those skits, if you can find the Land of Gorge skits on YouTube, they're pretty terrible. So after the first season, Henson and Lorne Michaels made the mutual decision to part ways. And over that summer, a British producer came to Jim Henson named Lord Grade and offered him The Muppet Show. Okay. So it was the best movie he could have made. He went to England and made The Muppet Show, which was a massive hit. So yeah, that was but yeah, season 1.
Because I saw something on X about they're casting a Jim Henson. I'm like, why? I had no idea. That's interesting.
It's really interesting too because the actor they cast is a guy named Nicholas Braun.
He looks like him, which is crazy.
He's actually playing 2 separate roles in the movie. This guy, Nicholas Braun, is playing Jim Henson in the Saturday Night Live movie, but he's also playing Andy Kaufman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
Andy Kaufman was on the first season of Saturday Night Live?
He was in the first episode. You know the famous Mighty Mouse bit? Here I come to save it. That was the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
So here's the thing. This is being directed by Jason Reitman. Isn't he the son that directed
yes. Yeah, he's a great
Ghostbusters movies?
Yes. He didn't do the sequel. Sony messed up on that one.
He didn't do Frozen Empire.
Yeah, he didn't. No.
He produced
because I didn't like Frozen.
He produced it, but he didn't roll in.
I actually like the 2016 reboot better than Frozen Empire.
Goddamn! I hope he finds.
I like the.
I think he should go to
blasphemy, right?
No. I don't think it's great, but I thought it was fun.
Grab some holy water.
No. That's the first time Chris Hemsworth goes really funny.
Oh my god!
There's some good stuff in that. The first half was good, where they're setting up the team and everything.
Well, even the actresses.
I bought it on Blu-ray. I bought it on Steelbook. I bought it on 3D.
I had it on digital for free.
Yeah.
They put it in my collection for free. Movies Anywhere was like, here, you get Ghostbusters, and I called them and told them to take it out again.
Second Variable says, I just want the Dark Crystal season 2.
That's never happening.
We can only hope. Would you support that?
Here's the thing with the Dark Crystal, though. The Dark Crystal season 1 is 10 more hours of the Dark Crystal than we ever thought we were going to have. We had a movie in 1982. I don't know about you. I never thought we were going to see any more Dark Crystal. Then suddenly we got 10 hours of new Dark Crystal a couple of years ago. And I didn't think we'd ever see that. So yeah, would I like a season 2? Yes. But I'm just satisfied that I got 10 more hours of the Dark Crystal than I ever thought I would have.
That's great. You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to make a custom VHS 2-pack of Dark Crystal, the series, because I still want to get that on VHS. It is a nice VHS. It has like a purple clamshell.
I'm looking to get my hands on a bootleg Blu-ray because just in case Netflix ever pulls it, I want to know.
True. Yeah, because they cancel. Yeah, right. So, do you? All right. So everyone here likes Jason Reitman. Claude, I don't know if you have an opinion on him. I only seen a few things he's done.
His movie "Thank You for Smoking" is really good too.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no opinions on this at all.
Okay, so Saturday Night Live. Do you think there's a interesting story there, Joe? The first.
Oh yeah, I've read books on it. There's several books written on the early years of SNL. I think they got a hell of a story to tell there. I'm looking forward to this.
Anthony, are you interested at all with the early Saturday Night Live? Now,
yeah, the first season, yeah, sure. I like
the fourth says make a movie about the end of SNL. I'd watch that. They suck.
Wow,
I don't want it to end fourth. I still
they're
like
doing
Weekend
good.
Update.
They actually been good these last couple months, man.
It's mixed.
Bro, the Brian Gosling one was amazing. The Pedro Pascal one was amazing.
Yeah.
See, like they do good once in a while, sure.
So
but they good. This upcoming up, they're doing the election with I forgot the girl name and stuff like that. So
director Jason Reitman calls it a thriller comedy that counts down to the very first Live from New York. Wow. It's hard to see this image, but a lot of the characters or a lot of the actors they got really look like that guy looks like Chevy Chase. That guy looks like the Blues Brothers guy, Belushi. Is he supposed to be Eddie Murphy?
Garrett Morris.
I don't know who these ladies are supposed to be.
Jane Curtin and Lorraine Newman.
And then is this Dan Aykroyd?
Yep.
And I don't know who the lady in the back is.
That's probably supposed to be Gilda, but I can't really see her face.
It's more pictures.
Yeah, here's the image of the first cast. Wasn't she a Third Rock from the Sun or something?
Yeah, Jane Curtin.
Yeah.
Peyton Alley.
Oh, that's not Eddie Murphy. That's
Garrett Morris.
That's the guy that was on. I've seen him a few places, but the only place I can really remember is from like Two Broke Girls, right?
I didn't know if he was on Two Broke Girls. He had a great cameo in Ant-Man because I don't know if you know this. He was the first actor to ever play Ant-Man on screen. Garrett Morris. On Saturday Night Live, they did a skit where it was like a superhero party, and he was Ant-Man, and the other superheroes were making fun of him because of his powers. And they're like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I shrink to the size of an ant, but retain my human strength." And Superman's like, "You hear that, everyone? He's got human strength." So then when the first Ant-Man movie came out, when Paul Rudd fell and landed in the cab, he was the cab driver. And it was hilarious because he was Ant-Man.
Talati, in the UK, do they have any series like Monty Python, like any live series that they did with British comedians?
So we used to have not a Saturday Night Live type of thing, but we had something like Rogan and used to bring on guests and whatnot.
Okay.
But we never had like Saturday Night Live where the celebrities take over. We never had that at all because in the UK it's completely different where we have broadcasters and radio presenters become hosts and they actually interview people like, for example, Taylor Swift or James Bond, or somebody who plays James Bond, or whoever it is, Harry Potter. They'll interview them and they'll have like a 20-minute segment with them. Right? We don't have what Saturday Night Live is. I know what it is, where different people come on. I know what that is, but we never had that, which is a shame because we would have loved to have that.
Well, I want second variable. Actually, this is a great question. Is this Oscar bait film? Jacob immediately says, no, I don't know yet. I have to see a trailer because just on the image, well, Vanity Fair is covering it. So I think it's going to be like I don't think it's like a straight to streaming. I don't.
No, this is a theatrical release.
Yeah. And then just looking at this image of if you know these comedians and then looking at the image there, they did pretty good on casting. Now you're not going to know for sure until you see the acting, right?
I'll tell you this. Max, the original cast was on for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And in season 6, going into season 6, all of them quit. They all quit.
Oh, really?
And a new producer had the unenviable task of
Is it because of payment issues?
Well, they were getting movie offers. They were becoming big stars, and the producer Lorne Michaels left. He got replaced by a new producer named Gene Domanian, and Gene Domanian had the unenviable task of recasting Saturday Night Live from scratch. And the new cast included Gilbert Gottfried, a guy named Charles Rocket. There was a couple women on there. Names escaping me. Gail Mathias was one of them. But 2 of the new people hired were in season 6, Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo.
Wow.
And the season bombed so bad.
Really?
That at the end of the season, every single one of them was fired except Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo.
Really?
They were the only 2 to make it back to season 7. Then season 7, it kind of got some stability, and Eddie Murphy went on to become a superstar.
Keep in mind, if they had a fire cast for five years and they were getting all kind of offers and the producer left, they didn't know Saturday Night Live was going to be an every year show.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was going to keep going this long.
Oh, yeah. Well, Gilbert Gottfried used to always tell the story that the cast of Saturday Night Live was like the Beatles. And they said, if you could imagine at the height of Beatlemania.
Was this big in the 70s?
Oh, yeah. It was huge. And Gilbert said when he came onto the show, if you can imagine, like at the height of Beatlemania, all 4 Beatles quit, and then 4 new guys came out, and they said, "These are the Beatles now." That was the reaction to them in season 6.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this project now. I hope the acting is good, because if they don't match if these actors, even though they look like them, if they don't match the personality and if their acting's off, it's going to be really hard to sit through. Really, it's really going to just depend on, like, Jim Carrey did a great Andy Kaufman. If someone else is doing Andy Kaufman, if someone's doing Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, I don't know. Do you think they're going to be hard to imitate?
I don't know. I mean, like, I love I'm a huge Andy Kaufman fan, and Man on the Moon, when I heard Jim Carrey was going to play Andy Kaufman, I thought that's not going to work. And damned if it didn't. It was a fabulous movie.
I still want to watch the documentary about that movie, where they didn't even release the documentary because it made Jim Carrey look too unlikable, because he did like the method acting. I think he was just a jerk on the set. But okay, so that your story got me more intrigued. I want to go back and watch some early Saturday Night Live. I actually have sealed Saturday Night Live tapes, the best of Eddie Murphy, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, stuff like that.
You can also stream them all on Peacock. The only problem is a lot of the seasons are edited. I mean, these were 90-minute episodes. Most of them are only about an hour, so there's about a half hour.
You know, it'd be perfect is if you could find somewhere to watch it with the commercials intact. That would be amazing.
By the way,
here's the image from Vanity Fair. This is the Jim Henson guy.
No, I don't think that's Jim Henson. I think that's the guy playing George Carlin.
Okay, but who's playing? Go down. Go ahead, take it off. Who's playing?
Let me see.
It's on. He's playing.
George Carlin. Yeah, George Carlin. Yeah,
looks like
I didn't think about Bill Cosby.
By the way, here's an image of Jim Henson in the movie. That's
that's great.
Nicholas, whatever his name is, as Henson, and that is one of the puppets from the Land of Gorge.
He looks like him. Wow.
The Land of Gorge. So they had exclusive puppets for the Saturday Night Live season.
You can watch them on YouTube.
They never appeared anywhere else except for season 1 of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, you can watch them on YouTube. They're not very good. I think the puppets are. You can find those. I think they're on display at the Museum of the Moving Image in New York City. I think you can see some of those puppets. But this same guy is also playing Andy Kaufman, but with dark hair and no beard.
I'm very interested in this movie.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some People call them PJs, but people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.